Hey everybody, this is Mr. Vicknair. I am your child's sixth grade world history teacher for this school year. So, really excited to work with them long term to teach them the curriculum. It's going to be a pretty interesting year. Um, so, just a little bit about what this course is about. This class is going to cover prehistoric humans to about the Renaissance, the Middle Ages. So it has a bit of a wide range, but most of it is prehistorical and ancient civilizations. So uh, it's really early history. Uh, a lot of what we're going to be doing is we're going to do some readings. We're going to do things like um, reading primary sources, reading information that can tell us some more about the past. Going to be teaching them a lot of skills in which how to read these sources, answer questions, write historically, do historical research. Uh, so those are some of the things that we're really going to be looking at this year. Uh, but I think one of the big things that I'm sure that many of you do have questions about, particularly, are types of grades. So I'll make this pretty clear. Types of grades are there are about 9 grades per 9 weeks. That means 9 major grades. So there's going to be more things that are going to count as part of a grade uh, than nine. So, for example, we're going to have averaged quizzes. So, some semesters we may have like 2 or 3 quizzes. Um, and so those will be averaged together into one major grade. Uh, one bad quiz won't sink you if you have a bunch of other really good quizzes that get averaged into that grade. We'll have quite a few tests specifically on subjects throughout the 9 weeks that are going to count as separate grades. Sometimes in class work, such as activities, projects, and occasional writing assignment here or there, will count as a grade. There will also be participation given out. So, this is participation throughout the year in activities. Um, the one thing I'm really not going to be using for grades is homework. That's because I will not be planning to give any homework. Homework for me is essentially going to be studying for tests and quizzes. Uh, and if really we're doing something and they did not finish it in class, well, then I guess you can say that's homework. I don't really assign homework to do. If a kid doesn't finish something in class, it's his or her responsibility to get that done. Um, so there's that. Um, Sometimes I might assign a reading for a class the next day, but generally I'm not going to be giving any homework outside of studying. One of the other grades that we're going to have are the benchmarks. So every 9 weeks, we have a benchmark to give in the middle of the 9 weeks and at the end of the 9 weeks that will cover everything that we've really talked about. I'm going to work pretty extensively with the kids to review for these. Over the year, I'm also going to be practicing leap questions that will help them pass the benchmarks as well as the leap test at the end of the school year. So I'm going to be working pretty extensively with them. There are a few other things. Most of you have joined my Remind groups. For the most part, Remind is going to act as a way for parents to be able to remind students and for me to send out these reminders. Hey, you have a test tomorrow or a quiz tomorrow on XYZ things. um, don't forget to study. So that most of you have joined that was on the information sheet that I gave to the students day one. I also gave out I also did mention uh, that for the students, they so we went over my codes, we went over homework policies, grades. Um, Really, the only other thing to note, I'm going to be working periodically with the students to get them prepared for the LEAP test. I'm going to help work with them to help pass my tests. I'm going to prepare them as best as I can. I'm going to try not to stress them out. So, they're not going to have to worry about homework. I'm going to teach them skills that will help them uh, succeed in my class. There's really nothing to have to worry about. I hope I answered questions that you may have had. Um, so this is really everything that I have. On the information sheet is my email. I know many parents have gotten in contact with me about several things in the past, but it's available. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. So, thank you for taking the time to watch this video.